Hello, my name is Pony7 and welcome to a new game for the channel. Welcome to Slay the Spire, kind of a roguelike, kind of like FTL, except not quite, and card-based, so it's a little bit interesting. We'll take a look at it for at least one run, depending on how long the run is, and make it split up a little bit. But let's go here, and here to choose our characters. We have the Ironclad. The remaining soldier of the Ironclad sold his soul to harness demonic energies. Burning blood at the end of each combat, heals 6 HP. Quite a little bit, but not a whole lot. Enough to unlock one thing for each character. The Silent, a deadly huntress from the Foglands, eradicates foes with daggers and poisons. They have two different styles from what I've seen. She likes poisons a lot, because you can get multiple powers that just drop poison every turn, which do damage every turn. And he likes basically just buffing himself up and then doing these massive crits. Let's go with the Silent for this game. She has the Ring of the Snake. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards, so that helps a little bit, because she has more options in her first combat. Embark. And here we have this three-eyed whale, because that's a thing, and because I've already gotten to the first boss with her. In fact, I've beaten the first boss. I haven't beaten the game for either character yet, but I've gotten past the first boss. He gives us a little thing. So we can either attain a random rare card, a random common relic, lose 50%. There's a lot of relic options here, and relics can be really good. The Anchor, for example, first turn you get 10 block automatically, 3 to Needle and Twine, I think it is. As long as you don't take any damage, you gain the 5 block at the end of each turn. That way you don't have to play as much block cards, or potentially eat any block cards. And then you can just DPS more, which is what this character is, from what I can tell, about. Oh, I don't like losing HP. That's never good. Unless it's like the other character's starting relic, because if it's that guy's starting relic we end up getting, that'd be really good. But there's no guarantee of that. And our starting relic, which gives us more options at the first turn, or random boss relic, which can sometimes be really bad. Like there's ones that make us you can't actually see what the enemy's planning to do, which for her is a problem. It's kind of like a big old handicap. So let's take the random common. Oh, we got the Wellstone, which upgraded 2 cards. So we got a Strike Plus and a Neutralize Plus. Neutralize is good, because it's free, so it doesn't cost any energy to use. I'll explain a bit more. And a Strike, a little bit of extra damage card off the bat, so that is nice. Now, which path we're going to take? Let's go for this one here, because we got some money. We may be able to pick up a good card early on, especially if there's a sale. Hello, cultist. Welcome in. So here's the combat of this game. Card base, as you can see. We have a lot. Now, he is going to do a buff. And his buff makes it that so that after this turn, the next turn, basically, he basically gains strength every single turn. So you kind of want to eliminate this guy as quickly as possible. Now here we have 3 energy. How much energy you have. And each of these cards has a energy. Like these strikes are 1, the survivor is 1, defend is 1. Neutralize is 0, which is good, but generally the 0 cards are weaker than cards that cost energy. But you don't have to pay any energy to use them, so you can stack them up. So let's throw the Neutralize out. And for 2 turns, he's weakened. So he does less damage, which is good for us. And then, we don't have the Strike Plus, which would have been nice. We can toss out the strikes at him. We're out of energy, and the turn. Now this is our discard pile. when this runs out, when our draw pile runs out, we'll suck it back in. My power is unmatched. Now, he did the ritual, so at the end of this turn, after he does his attack, he'll gain 3 more strength. And that just keeps going up and up and up continuously every single turn. Well, we'll do that for 9 and then 2 block, so he won't be able to hurt us this turn. We'll just block the damage. But he's going to gain 3 strength. And then it's going to do it again. And again. You can see why you want to do this. Now he's weakened, so he'll only do 6. So if we Survivor with a Defend, we can strike and... well, we could have used 2 Defend cards either way. It's the same, but we'll tank that and not take any damage, which is good. And his strength has gone up again. We got Strike Plus, so we can end this turn. My powers were matched. Yep, they were definitely matched. Alright, we got Gold Energy Potion, which is 2 energy, so if we wanted to do more damage, we could drink this. We'd have up to 3 potions, which either give us bonuses or just do straight up damage, apply poison, which is good for one of the builds for this. And then we have this. Escape Plan 0. It's basically a swap, so it draws a card from your draw pile, and if it's a block, you gain one. If it's a skill, you gain 3 block, which it can be useful, but it's basically just switch this or something else. Flying Knee, 8 damage, and gain an extra energy next turn. That could be useful, especially if we draw a lot of attacks, or have a 3 attack, but this also does 4 twice all energy. That's 8 to everybody for 1. I'll take Flying Knee because then it gives us more options in the next turn. Then we got the Merchant. Hello, Mr. Merchant. Welcome, yes indeed, with your rug, which is not for sale. Definitely not for sale. Ooh, I see something I want right away. This guy, Noxious Fumes. We can get this out first turn. We then get every single turn we apply an extra damage in poison, which can really add up. Lantern, that would have been nice, but that's only in the first turn. That can also be nice. Ooh. I wish I could sell cards. That is something I wish I could do, because this is really good with Noxious Fumes. Because normally poison ticks down. But with this, yeah, shush, I'm buying something, shush, I'm explaining to people. This, it ticks up. Like, every time you apply poison, add 1. And with it combined with Noxious Fumes, you gain basically a full Noxious Fumes. But I'll take Noxious Fumes, and actually, Deflect is free, and it's 4 block. For free. I'll take that. That gives me more options. Now, let's take the question marks and go to the campfire. Because question marks, sometimes you can get relics, free upgrades. Like this. This is a nice event, especially since right now we have no damage. Cursed Regrets. I don't like that, but we get a relic. I'll leave that. As you make your way down the hall, along corridors, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. No, upon personal inspection, they are tied to strings coming from the holes in the ceiling. There's some quiet crackling from above as you approach the objects. What do? Banana, heal 23. If we were damaged, that'd be nice. Plus 5 HP. Which also raises our HP we're at, but it's an amount, which is nice. We have another event. Simmering mass of light encompassing the center of the room. Warm glow and enchanting patterns invite you in. Upgrade 2 free cards with 15 HP. We got a shop we can divert to instead of taking the fight. The fight also gives us gold, and we have no gold, so there's no point in going to the shop. And we get 2 free. That is nice. Scored Noxious Fumes Plus. I like that because that's now 3 damage for the rest of the combat for 1 energy. Continue with sticking up. Yes, please. He's going to do 11. Let's block for 8. Use a defend. Take some of that damage off, then deal 9 ourselves. And then Noxious Fumes will trigger. Took 3 damage, but we're up by a campfire. We can heal that. Poisoned, he's planning block and attack for 7 damage. Well, let's deflect. Gets 4. Defend gives 9. We can Flying Knee. Get extra energy next turn. Strike plus. Under 9 damage. And then we'll tick up on poison again. And then block. And then he's going to block himself. And then Noxious Fumes activates. Now he's going to take 5 poison damage. Let's neutralize. Gives him weak for a couple turns. He's going to buff. Let's strike. And then I guess defend. We got too much energy. We didn't draw any attack cards that turn, so Flying Knee was a bit of a waste. But actually, we don't even need to do anything this turn. We don't need to use any of these cards. He will die. He's going to take 7 poison damage on his turn. At the start of its turn, not the end. And he's only got 5 HP left, so end turn. We don't need to do anything. He'll die. And we've gotten 11 gold, and slice free 5 damage. Backflip, which is a better defend. And he also gets 2 cards. Masterful Stab. The only player there's no other cards in your hand, deal 15 damage. That would go well with the constant spinning, the infinite top, I believe it's called. Which is basically, if you have no cards in your hand, draw a card. If we have that, if we empty our hand, and we draw that with the infinite top, that'd be good, because it can only be played if you have no other cards. But that's situational. We would have to have a lot of free cards and have them be drawn, and then it draw the next card up, and have the infinite top. Or have that be very last. I'm going to take Backflip, because it's damage and 2 cards, which could be good. Only 15 down, basically. Map. Got 2... We go this way. 2 randoms. Chest, fight, campfire. Fight, chest, random, campfire. I'm probably going to take this path, which has more fights in it. Actually, it has 1 less fight, but they're right after this. So there's no chance for one of these randoms being a heal. So I'll rest here. Make sure we're at max health for those fights. And then we'll have a treasure chest, which will be a relic of some kind. Or cards. Alright, so 7. Get deflect, we'll use that. Strike plus. And then take 7 to knock him out. That 1, so Flying Knee will kill him and give us energy next turn. And then we can tank the 1 damage hit. Give him the curl up. That way he doesn't have his block for next turn. And then I don't even need Noxious Fumes. He's dead. Nice quick. We got Elixir. Exhaust all status and curse cards from your hand. That can be good if you have, because there's some enemies that they'll just stack lots and lots of unplayables into your deck. Good. Okay, Terror makes creatures more vulnerable to, well, they take 50% more damage. But that can be negated by some enemies because they split, and then that effect is lost, and as an exhaust card, which means that when you play it, it's gone till the end of combat. I like this better because whenever you attacked, deal 3 damage to the attacker. So that just means we get damage back. Okay. Fill up 7 turns on taking attack. Alright. Let's backflip. Draw a couple cards. There's Noxious Fumes. We'll take that. Deflect. 11, 5. We got 9. I'll defend. We got a lot of defend cards this turn. And then shuffle them in. 17. We'll actually tank all this damage perfectly fine. And then they'll become poisoned. Well, at the start of this next turn. And then Caltrops or Thorns. Let's neutralize. Give him weak. Strike plus. And he's at 12, 12. Let's defend. Block at least one of these attacks. Yeah, and then he does that. In fact, he's going to damage himself there. Flying Knee. Let's get Deflect up. Let's use Strike. Just make sure he's dead. Takes 5. We'll take 1. We can eat the 1. Flying Knee. And then Strike, and then he'll get poison damage, and then he'll tick up poison. This fight is going to be perfectly fine. We may take 1 more damage or a little bit more damage, but I don't see... Oh, he's going to buff anyway, so we can just rush him. And finish the fight. 10 gold, and... Outmaneuver, extra energy. Random skill, costs 0 this turn. Exhaust. That could be really good if you had Nightmare in your deck. But it's a random. That is RNG. That's just plain old extra energy. So if we had... I can't speak right now. We had cards with high energy costs, like... there's some in there which are quite good, like Predator and all that. We can play them. Happy Flower. Every 3 turns gain energy. Okay, that's good. I like that. Ooh. Use an upgrade of power. Oh, Caltrops. Do 5 damage to the attacker for the same price. Oh. Thought that was a continue. That was actually just skip gold. Oh, we got Campfire. We're basically full health. We can smith. Let's smith. What's that? 6 block. It's pretty good for a free card. That's better than normal defend. A backflip, better than normal defend. And draw 2 cards. It's basically Survivor without a downfall. That's 11 block though. Do I take the block or upgrade a damage? I'm going to upgrade the block. Because she doesn't have the heal 6 on the end of every combat that the Ironclad does. Let's take this fight, then we'll go to this campfire right after. We can heal up for at least a little bit if needed. Ah, okay, you. Ooh, that's a good draw on the first hand. Because he's going to buff, so we can Caltrops, Noxious Fumes. And then we can outmaneuver, and then next turn have extra energy. The Survivor Flying Knee, Deflect, Strikes. I think we can make use of the extra energy, although 2 strike pluses are now in the discard pile. We didn't actually put any damage onto him this turn. Alright, there's the Survivor. Yeah, that. That was wasted because we got no attacks. And he's going to gain strength because he's enraged. What if we play a skill? So we're basically just feeding him there. Can't do that. Although we did deal damage to himself. Alright, this turn. We got neutralize, which will weaken him. We're going to do 13. I will get at least some defense up. Flying knee, strike, and strike. What we really need for this guy is something like dash, or a couple cards like dash, because dash attack is an attack, but it also gives you defense. Again, at least I think Survivor, yeah, Survivor will still take the edge off it. And then I'm not gonna buff anymore. 7 damage. Blocked. We got vulnerable, but he took more. Outmaneuver. Get strike plus in. Neutralize. Then I have to stack this, which is gonna buff him. I don't want to buff him anymore. I'll take the 20. I'll have to take the 20. And then he died. Okay. That could stack well. Especially if we get infinite blades. And cards that give us shivs. Add card to our deck. Predator. Got 2 more cards next turn. 15 damage. Bane. I don't have a lot of poison. We do have noxious fumes, but we don't have any poison stabs. We don't have any deadly poison. We don't have any bouncing flasks. If we had that, that would be good, because it's 7 twice, but we don't. I will take Predator. Because we do have outmaneuver. Alright, Campfire. We definitely need to heal in case that question mark's a fight. Question mark. It's the Merchant. What do you have, Merchant? Bane, Sucker Punch. Volley Plans. That could be nice. Blur would also be nice. Strength. Because I don't know what boss we're going to be facing. Blur could be nice, because it's 5 block, and then the block is not removed. At least that first 5. Or well-laid plans. Because that's retaining a card. Retain up to 1 card at the end of your turn for free. It's a power, so it lasts throughout combat. Transform your hand. Purity. Choose and exhaust 2 cards in your hand. Don't have enough for it, but that'd be nice if we had some curses and they came up along with the purity card. Then we could exhaust. You look dangerous. Yes, I am. We'll take well-laid plans because it allows us to plan. And then we get a campfire so we can heal again before the first boss. 22. Yep, we heal fully. In fact, we might have overhealed a little bit. And then the first boss. Alright, it's you. You. Hence the buff. So this turn we can attack it. We got 1 energy. Oh, from the Happy Flower. Well, that's nice. Let's go Predator. Flying Knee. And Strike Plus. And now he's shifted into defending mode. Since he's a buff. Defensive mode, Sharp Hide. So for as long as he's in defensive mode, he's gonna do 9 damage, 3 damage to us whenever we do an attack. It wants to do 9 damage. Got so many defend cards in our hand right now. Let's get outmaneuver out because I want extra energy. We'll defend up extra. Because then we can attack, give him weak while blocking his return damage. Or rather, the thorn damage. Hit overblock. Okay. Well, we can Caltrops, yes. Well-laid plans. Noxious Fumes. Backflip. See what we get. Deflect, yep. He's going to do 12. A retain card. I'm gonna end, but keep flying knee. Because I don't want to lower our block anymore. Okay, he's Sharp Eyes worn off. Alright, that was actually not too bad keeping flying knee, because we didn't get too many attacks. Survivor plus. Drop the defend. Put a strike. And a flying knee onto him. 5 times 4, it's 20, we got 11. We'll take 4 damage. We put some more hurt. Keep strike, I guess. Guarantee ourselves a attack card. And actually, he does 5. That's actually really good, having that Thorns plus. Alright, and he actually doesn't have Thorns. Oh, because he's going to buff it. Alright. Strike plus. Did 1 damage, and then a defense. In turn, I keep no cards. They'll shuffle back anyway. Defensive mode, Sharp Hide, there it is. And it stays like there for 3 turns. Let's get outmaneuver, more energy. Backflip. 5, he's gonna do 9. Let's put weak on him. It will be worth the increased damage we take. And then end turn, but I'll keep Predator. Four and 5, so we actually won out in that engagement. Energize wears off, we got 6. Deflect, defend, defend. And then we can Predator Flying Knee Strike. And then we'll take a little bit, but I feel like that trade was worthwhile because he's going to hurt himself twice as well. Along with the poison. And 5 times 4. Okay, we got Predator. That's nice because then we can stack that again. We get 4. Let's do Predator. 5 plus. Throw it, defend, and then defend, and we'll guarantee a strike plus rather, and then defensive mode, and yeah, we can nuke him this turn, I believe. Get that up, strike plus, and then yeah, he'll die from poison. That's the first boss completed, or rather beat. So we got 95 gold. We can add a card to our deck. Ooh, I like that. Draw a card and discard a card. Corpse Explosion, but we don't have any real poison. The only one we have is Noxious Fumes. Let's go for After Image. And then, of course, we get a boss chest, which we get to choose Specimen. Works once. Calling Bell. I'm going to take the Specimen, because we do have at least some poison that will tick up. So whenever an enemy dies, a random enemy gets poison, which can stack up really quickly. But I'm going to call the episode here. I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.